Shalom, shalom, brothers. It's Brother Kamal Mahar here, back at it again. First thing first, we'll give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, and qadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders in the true from GMS. Blessings to the Aki, my dear, preaching his word with whole heart to sincerity. Blessings to 144,000, 1/3 entirely. The first fruits kingdom of heaven. Nasa David, the Biaf Dawadah. And shalom to you brothers out there speaking different tongues and looking in different nations. Shalom. So today, brothers, man, I'm just in the spirit of vexed out, with Esau. You know what I mean? Esau is the forger of all lies. They was born being liars. It says that in Revelations that they will be loose for a little season to deceive the whole world of the earth. And like it says in pursuing in Romans 9, which I'll get into it, how there are vessels made for dishonor. You know what I'm saying? So, this whole what says oppression make a wise man mad. It really does. You know what I mean? Like and a gift destroyeth the heart. I didn't want to really start with that, but I'm gonna make my point with that. Like it says, oppression maketh a wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. That's a beautiful scripture because, when you come into this truth or whatever, and the Lord reveals the secrets to you, and you start understanding the wisdom and knowledge of what you up against. You start understanding what Jacob is and Esau, the lineage, the Hebrew, the prophecy started making sense. You understand who the serpent and the beast and the systems and, the wicked, which is Esau, the so-called white man, what their capabilities are, how they were set up. And then when you actually kind of get into it and start understanding your position in captivity, they lied to you. Everybody is not equal. We're the top upper echelon of the food chain. Come to find out, those Jewish people, those Israelis are not who they are. And after a while, you start noticing your heritage was stolen. I mean, when these things come upon itself and you start learning a lot of this information, you'll start understanding that you are being oppressed, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, and that Esau has lied to us about everything. Turns out they're bases of men. Who knew? Turns out they're the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Who knew? Turns out they're not really white. They're red. And they created a social class in 1861 or something like that. So it's like 1681, I believe, is what that is. And so it's like, and then after a while, when the knowledge starts coming to fruition, now you get why in Romans 9 and 13 says, Jacob have I loved, but no, it says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. You can see why that the Lord hates Esau. Let alone he set him up for dishonor. But look how he moved though. Prideful, liar, rob, rape, and pillage everything. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, and then you start understanding that you really are oppressed, and that can make a wise man very upset. When I walk around Esau, man, I be vexed out of my mind. But I also know that the water Yahawashi, that I now can see through Esau's lies, man. I can now, and a lot of his brothers can. It says, Amos 3 and 6. It says 7. Surely the Lord Yahawashi would do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. Right. So like we can see through these things now, and we understand Esau's situation. Let alone 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? So we got the secrets, we understand their agenda, and we can read right through their little bullshit that they talking about. Let alone we're in this situation of a scamdemic right now. We're able to see through that. You know what I mean? It just, like they're the power in their hand, the power of Esau is fraud and falsehood. That's how they can rule, and that's where their power source comes from. is from falsehood and lies, man. Like it says in Revelations, I believe it might have been, I don't think it's 6. It might be another one. No, it's Revelations, I believe. Might be 19. If not, I'll look it up in a second. Faithful and true. Yeah, see, I don't want to... All right, so let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get that. It says, it goes into deceive for a little season. $20 and $3. That's where it's at. Revelations 20 close. It says I read Revelations 20 and 2 and 3. It says, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. And that already went down already. And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season, right? And it says, and I saw the thrones. No, that's it. That's it on that one. So, and what happened? And then what happened? Now that he was loose for a little season, now look what's going on. Now that he loose for a little season, now you got Esau acting rampant. They controlling everything with lies again. And what's the biggest source that they got in order to do so? To reach millions of people? That goddamn media. That's the problem, man. That media got people's minds jacked all the way up. Not to mention, there's a video that brothers are already going on too. I might even get on it too. Brothers been doing a good job already. I could land back, but it's like, what was it? A father and 2 daughters who was found dead in the home. And I like the brother's points that he was bringing out. He was talking about how is it that Esau has found him, cannot even, can't even understand the cause of death. But then again, blaming it has to be on their extreme beliefs as a black extremist or extreme black Hebrew Israelite cult or whatever. But how can you say it's the belief system and you don't even know what the cause of death? Like, how do you not know about a major portion of the incident, but then can also assume that it's another incident, it's a belief system in general? How do you even associate the two with that? Because the brother was right. And it's all the lies, man. It's all the demonized men of the Lord, and that it's further bringing forth the prophecy of the persecution, man. That's what it's doing. 100% is what it's doing. And so what's going on is it's all the lies, man. And it's just like, doesn't make any sense at all. You have no knowledge, but then it has to be the extreme cult. And the brothers is right. They use the word extreme a whole lot. It was extreme this, extreme that, a cult, and an extreme this and extreme that. Because one of the other major points was I did realize, I didn't really catch it until he said it. I was like, yeah, you're right. Whenever there's a murder or anything going down from any person, you never hear, oh, it was two men were found dead, which were Muslims. Two Muslim men. I ain't never heard of that, yo. That's so true. I never heard nobody say, yeah, man, it was a white guy who was found dead. He was a member of the KKK for the reason why, like, that's possible too, though. But that's not going to go down. It's going to be a 32-year-old man was killed. He was shot to death and da-da-da-da-da. What a sad story. Keep it moving. But in this case scenario, it got to be tagged to the Hebrew Israelite thing. And then like Apostle Barb is getting into, which I also agree, it's all lies, man. This is the whole point of this video is how Esau can just manipulate and use that crafty ass tongue, man. That's how he got Eve, man. Because remember the scriptures talking about being very subtle. Subtle is like being cunning, intelligent, very smart. You know what I mean? Like real cunning, basically. And they can just use their falsehood to get over everything. You know what I mean? What did he say? He said, name one thing that the Israelites done to be considered extreme. Like that, I was like, yo, all we do is be on the highways and hedges on these videos, just preaching the word and to condemning the so-called white man and the other nations and tell our people what it is they didn't know about the scriptures. I'm going to say that. They're Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latino Indians. We just putting out the truth. But Esau's bringing out the lies. You know what I mean? Like what it says in Psalms. Shout out to the brother, man. It's just schooled me on this precept. I kind of got it down now. Psalms 144 and 8. It says, whose mouth speak of vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. Right. Because you know how it goes into the right hand of the Lord is the strength. Well, the right hand of Esau is falsehood, man. That's their strength, is that falsehood. They can get anybody with the falsehood if the Lord not dealing through the rawchaa qadash. I'm telling you, man, they gonna get you. Because I spoke to, grandmoms and cousins and even people that I speak to in general. They are with the status quo. Oh yeah, you gotta get that thing in order to be protected. And I'm getting the third one too because I just want to be safe. They got you. That falsehood, that right hand falsehood, got him right where he wanted him to be. Got him easy, no problem. Next thing you know, Esau gonna come with that, get the fourth one to make sure everything is copacetic. Next thing you know, you're gonna hear people, I got my fourth one, I'm good out here. Come to find out, it's coming out that anybody with the situation is catching the situation on the other side way more than people who are not involved with the situation. Brothers can follow how I put that. Ain't that some shit? And then when you look at that knowledge in that statistic situation, somebody is what? Lying. Every time, man. Esau, man. Oh, that's some one gifted brother. I don't even want to say brother, but that's one gifted person or people who can lie their asses off. Matter of fact, let me. That's probably I shouldn't have put on lab. I shouldn't. I'm not. That's too far over. Psalms 58 and 3. Beautiful. I just forgot about that. I bring this out often, but for the sake of the video, this is perfect. It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking what? Lies. Ain't that some shit? Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder that stoppeth the fear. It says, It says 5, which will not hearken to the voice of the charmers, charming never so wisely. These bulls, man. Oh, man. These bulls can say some shit. They know how to do their thing out here, man. And you can't trust them, man. That's what I said. Never trust thy enemy, lest he try to take thy seat. I'm just going to just roughly paraphrase that, even though it's a big chunk. Could bring it out, but it still says, never trust thy enemy. Because as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. The older these bulls get, the worse it gets. The worse their lies and deceit and fraud and all that extra stuff going on. Esau got to go, man. And then just like Proverbs 29 and 2, it's when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth woe, the people mourn. Rural rap. Everybody is dealing with the lies and deceit of Esau, and he got everybody mourning. Nothing is set up right. Taxes, marriage certificates, birth certificates, corporational names, you know what I'm saying? Property taxes, loans, unrighteous decrees, mandates. Hey, yo, man. Esau gotta go, man. Esau tell you, hey yo, the fertilizers in the air right now is purifying the air so that we can all breathe very, very well and best. And it will enhance our oxygen levels by 14%. Some shit like that. Average dumb Jake Edomite would be like, well, you know that the air is 14% better for you to breathe. Dumb shit. Got him. Next thing you know, believe it or not, the chemtrails is really destroying you for real. Man. It's hey man, but listen, you know what? Like it says in the book of Romans, I said I was gonna bring it out. I'm gonna bring it out. Romans 9 and I'm gonna go to get to the point too. It says I started 20. Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor, which is Jacob, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, chiefly the elect. But as far as a whole, as far as a nation, Jacob is the righteous portion, right? And it's to make the same lump to make one vessel unto honor, but another unto dishonor. Who was that? Esau. That's why 13 it says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, which is the honor portion, but Esau have I hated, which is the dishonor portion, right? And under dishonor comes with their lies and deceit. Remember, they're set up to be born speaking lies, born that way. They born that way. Like they just automatically set up that way. That's why they're the portion of dishonor. They're the vessel of dishonor. They're never, like my brother Ariah saying, I'm agree with him. There's no good Edomite. There's no good Edomite. I don't care what you say. What's that? What's that? Job, the book of Job, 13:4. It says, but ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. Yo, there's no value in what Esau does, man. And if they're going to do anything, it's going to have value within themselves, right? And no value anywhere else. That's why when we went to Highways and Hedges, we ask other Edomites or even random people. We says, we'll give you X amount of dollars, or no. We might not say that every time. But we'll say, hey, let's just say we do say, we'll give you X amount of dollars if you could tell me one good thing that Esau have done good on the planet. Cat Williams, don't worry, I'll wait. And can't nobody really answer the question. Now, sometimes you might get folly like, well, they just built a new school. Like, some stupid, like, unnecessarily, like, low-level response. Like, that's still corny and holds no weight. Well, they also had, something retarded. But in reality, we'll say, name one thing that Esau has done good on the planet. And nobody can answer. Nobody can answer. All they do is just plague everything they touch. And then lie about it. Ain't that some shit? And then lie about it. What did Cain do? The Lord asked Cain, where's your brother Abel? He said, I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper? Knowing damn well he just murdered him. Liar. Man. When Yahawashi come back, man, oh man, these devils has a rule of awakening. And then the one brother too, from, I'm not sure, he was the London camp, I believe. One brother said some smooth stuff, man. He said, wait till we get into the kingdom. And, obviously he's referring to the spiritual bodies we're going to have, which are going to be capable of, knowledge of all things. We're going to remember our past lives. We're going to remember every timeline, every second, everything in history. These spiritual bodies are going to be capable of whatever it is that needs to be desired. which is very incredible. That's another video on the spiritual bodies. But he said when we get to the kingdom, and obviously, like I said, with the spiritual bodies, when we get to the kingdom and we get knowledge of all the lies that Esau actually really spoke of and actually really said, it's going to be unfathomable how many lies and how many things that was supposed to be that was orchestrated, or where he used the word manufactured into something else that really wasn't it, really wasn't. Like one good one will be like Apostle Bar was talking about going to the moon. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Did not go to no damn moon. Lied. That's my new thing with Esau. What? Esau? Liar. Or I'm going to say lied. What Esau is? Liar. Every time, man. And you know what? I'm on this channel right now, but my main channel is bombed, so I'm gonna pop side to the wind if I need to. Lord willing, maybe this is edifying to brothers that do get to see it. Hey, I'm just, this is for Bahasham, Yahawashi. At the end of the day, though, I got hit with information that they put up, and I get the medical misinformation situation and get striked because I told the truth, and they also consider me as lied. But then again, this their information, which they don't want nobody to get out, so they can be able to do what? Continue their lie. Ain't that some shit, man? I'll rock this side, man. This was edifying to you, brothers, Lord willing. I'm gonna give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, qadash. Yahawah, he is to be, exists, Bahasham in the name, and the only begotten Son, the Lord and Savior, Yahawashi, Bahasham in the name, and the Holy Spirit of the qadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, all in their truth from GMS. Blessing to the Akim out there, preaching his word with wholehearted sincerity. Blessing to the 144,000 and 1/3 entirely, the first fruits kingdom of heaven. The Asa David, the Biaf, that would die. Oh, and if I didn't say double honor to the apostles of GMS, apostles from GMS to learn truth from, just in case I didn't say that, I probably did. Salakia. And shout out to the brothers, man. Barakatah to you, brothers. Shalom to the ones who are speaking different tongues and look in different nations, man. Shalom, brothers.